I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakodash. I want to give double honors unto my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I want to say peace, mercy, and blessings unto the hopeful elect out there. The true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, which means he exists, that he's to be. The true name of the Son is Yahweh Shai, which means he's the deliverer. We are the Hebrew Israelites, right? And there's 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, okay? Today we're being called by bywords and proverbs such as Black, Native American, Seminole Indian, African American, Latin, Hispanic, right? But we're in fact the people that make up the lost 12 tribes of Israel. The so-called white man, they're white, they're not white, they're red. They are the Idumeans according to the Holy Bible, right? This is an article from Shit Hit the Fan Plan. As you can see, it says scientists worry that chronic wasting disease could jump to humans, right? And I just want to open it with the precept because, lately every time I've been opening my web browser, I've been seeing some information about a pestilence, man. Whether it's the DMX, okay, that's coming out, or some disease about, animals catching it, but it being able to jump to humans, But this is prophecy. And prophecy means to say before it happens. This is Jeremiah 28 and verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence, man. So the prophets of old have always prophesied of what's to come for a wicked kingdom, such as America. Because if you don't know by now, according to the Holy Bible, America is Babylon the Great. It is that sinful kingdom, man. Because you have to remember that, yes, this is talking about Israel, but these Idumeans, these Edomites, have taken on our identity, taken on our book, all right, into their mouth. So now they must be judged therein too. Okay? And you have touched the apple of the Lord's eye. This is the book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, right? So Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to obliterate this kingdom by bringing nuclear destruction on it, okay? Now, before we even get to that point, there's going to be war, and what do you hear about now? There's talks of a civil war. There's going to be evil. Hell, coming up April 8th, you got the great American eclipse that's coming, and they're celebrating it out here. They're having little events and parties and shit, okay? But we're the prophets that let you know that these are signs of the second coming of Yahweh Shai, and that brings an omen of darkness on the land, okay? Because the day of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai will be darkness and not light, right? So let's look up the definition of this word pestilence here.
Strong's H 1698. Dever.
The word is the bear, which means murrain, cattle disease, cattle plague, pestilence, plague. So this is this plague right here. All right, CWD, chronic wasting disease. This affects, deer, elk, moose, things of that nature. And don't forget about the zombie deer. And now they're saying it could jump to humans. Right? So I'm going to read a little of this. It says, scientists are saying that they are becoming increasingly concerned about the chronic wasting disease. All right? How it could jump from deer to humans. All right? And, ain't nothing impossible with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. The Most High is going to make these pestilence jump from animal to humans, man. That's what happened with the Black Death during the medieval centuries. Okay? CWD is a neurological disease that is contagious, rapidly spreading, and always fatal. CWD is caused by misfolded proteins called prions. It is known to infect only members of the cervid family, such as elk, deer, reindeer, caribou, and moose. The damage to the nervous system is caused by a misfolded protein called a prion. All mammals produce normal prions that are used by cells, then degraded and eliminated, or recycled within the body. When the disease-associated prions contact normal prions, they cause them to refold in their own abnormal shape. Okay? This right here, just Googled symptoms of chronic wasting disease, right? And this is according to the CDC, of course. Said these may include drastic weight loss, wasting, stumbling, lack of coordination, listlessness, drooling, excessive thirst or urination, drooping ears, lack of fear for people. So imagine, imagine a human with these symptoms, man. You might call that a zombie. You throw in there a taste for flesh, you know? Right? These are the things that are coming upon the earth for the wickedness, man. This is part of the miseries. You know, people losing their life to pestilences. Okay? People being given over to a great pestilence. This is the book of Psalms 78. I believe it's verse, let's see. Yep. This is Psalm 78 and verse 50. He made a way to his anger. He spared not their soul from death, but gave their life over to the pestilence. So these pestilence that the Lord is bringing is going to claim the lives of many and appease the Lord's anger, man. Okay? Excuse me. All right, so that's it for that article. And there's so much to talk about, right? So I got it, this one from Shit is a Fan Plan. And I found this article from All News Pipeline, right? So we got pestilence and what? Cannibalism. Check this out. New Scientist claims disgust of cannibalism stems from racism, right? There's a book called The Delectable Negro, and what it goes into, or information it gives to the reader is how these so-called white slave masters would eat the black slaves. Okay, matter of fact, when the settlers, pilgrims brought their ass over here, the Native Americans had to show them how to survive off the land, because what they were doing were digging up corpses and eating them, or eating their dead. Okay, so that's just an Esau spirit. Okay, not bad enough trying to get us to eat bugs and insects. Now we can see attempts to normalize cannibalism. And who knows what you're eating already? Especially if you eat, at different fast food chains. How even the meat that you get out, you really don't know what you're eating. We don't have farms. We don't slay our own animals. Okay, we don't grow our own crops. We're totally, the vast majority of us, man, totally dependent on the system. All right, so you may live in an apartment in a cul-de-sac, and you take your ass to a supermarket. You do not know what you're eating. Okay, there's a reason, and Scripture says that, man. You shall eat your bread defiled among the Gentiles. Right? That's why prayer is so important, man. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 4 and 13. And Yahweh Shem Yahshua said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their bread defiled among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. And that this food is so defiled, it has chemicals in the food that imbalance your hormones, an attempt to turn men into women and women into men. Okay? There's human particles, I dare say human flesh in the food. There's a lot of pork in this food, man. Duck hair. Bugs. There's a reason to see. This is why Esau must be exterminated, bro. Okay? He's gone too far. There's a reason movies, TV shows, and books about cannibalism are always rated as horror or thriller. From A Certain Hunger to Yellow Jackets to Tenders to Flesh to Raw and many others, going back to 1970, Solid Green. That reason is because cannibalism is the practice of humans eating other humans that was common for a variety of reasons in many regions, till it became prohibited by modern civilization for reasons that should haven't been explained. Throughout the past couple of decades, not only has cannibalism been used to terrify the masses as entertainment, but it has become a topic of many an article, and in most cases, other than medical pieces, It almost seems as if writers are attempting to normalize the practice. The latest of which is from The New Scientist, which headlines this February 14, 2024 piece with "It is time for a more subtle view on the ultimate taboo, cannibalism." And cannibalism is in the scriptures, man. And that's part of the many great miseries. Okay? There's a lot of miseries that's going to come upon this land. Right? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50. Says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." Part of these miseries are what? Pestilence, homelessness, famine, starvation, lack of water, cannibalism, the loss of many, seeing the lives of your loved ones pass away, And I'm talking to the degree that, people, whole families going to be wiped out, man. And just people that's going to be out here alone. Friends turning against one another. This is all prophesied in the scriptures, man. Okay? The article had this to say about the ethics of cannibalism. Ethically, cannibalism poses fewer issues than you might imagine. If a body can be bequeathed with consent to medical science, why can't it be left to feed the hungry? It isn't bad enough that they're trying to get us to eat bugs and insects, but now questioning whether humans should be eating other humans to help with world hunger? Seriously. The kicker, though, is the suggestion that racism was used to make cannibalism a taboo. It says our version has been explained in various ways. Perhaps it's down to the fact that in Western religious traditions, bodies are seen as the seat of the soul and every whiff of the sacred. Or maybe it is culturally ingrained, with roots in early colonialism, when racist stereotypes of the cannibal were connected to justify subjugation. These came to represent the other to Western society, and revulsion towards cannibalism became a tenet of their moral conscience. And some shit you're just supposed to know, right? Like there's certain laws that we know, but they're not in the scriptures. Like scriptures is, says already then, racism and religion, the two things apparently being blamed for turning cannibalism into a taboo. Could the writer be more clear about their hatred for religion as a liken it to racism? Okay. Says it is almost as if they are casting blame for the fact that human flesh is not being sold at the grocery store, which it could be. More disturbing to my mind is that technically cannibalism itself is not against the law in the U.S., and only by the grace of other types of laws are the only reason mental ill people aren't eating Etna for dinner after she died. Cornell Law School explains cannibalism is defined as the consumption of another human's body matter. Whether consensual or not in the U.S., there are no laws against cannibalism, but most, if not all, states have enacted laws that indirectly make it impossible or legally obtain and consume the body matter. Murder, for instance, is likely a criminal charge, regardless of any consent. Further, even if someone consents to being eaten and ends their own life, the cannibal must still be liable for criminal or civil actions based on laws governing the abuse or desecration of a corpse, which vary by jurisdiction. Okay. And so, yeah, this is what's on the table. This is what's on the table. Talks of cannibalism. And they show you that in this show called American Horror Story Apocalypse. Right? Just check this out, because there's a scene in this series called The Apocalypse. It talks about the nukes, the deep underground military bases, the doomsday bunkers, how they put people down there. And down there, what were they doing? They were committing cannibalism. Okay? But yeah, let's get some precepts on that. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9 and verse 20. And he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry. Now, why is that? Because the Lord prophesied about earthquakes, pestilence, famine, sorrows, and diverse places. Okay, so people are going to be driven to the point of desperation to what, they feel they need to be cannibals. And he shall eat on the left, and they shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm. Right? So yeah, man, these are the things that are coming upon the world. This is 2 Ezra 15, and I'm just going to start at 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Okay, so my people is the Israelites. So we letting our people know of the coming doom, all right, horrors that are coming upon this world. Right, and the Lord told his prophets to write what I tell you, the words I put in your mouth, put this on paper, and thus we have the Bible. Okay, and we're not to fear the infidelity or the unfaithfulness or the opinions, okay, or the mindset of the non-believers, even to the point of death. Okay, because some of us are going to be martyrs for the testimony which we hold in the faith. Okay, behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. The sword, that's war. The third woe. Okay, civil war, Egyptian against Egyptian. Okay, famine, scarcity of food. People going to resort to cannibalism. Death by pestilence. Hell, there's thousands of ways to die. And destruction. The cherry on top, nuclear destruction. Okay, for wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole work, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Okay, so with that, just want to do a quick lesson on some recent articles. Pray this has been edifying, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash. I want to say shalom to the elect.